2, 1, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Life's a Breeze with Matt and Steve. This is Matt. I'm Steve.
How you doing, guys?
All right, we got a good episode for you this time. We're going to do coffee. Coffee's the theme of the night. So we decided to put together a couple liquors that are self-proclaimed coffee flavored.
Yeah.
Try them out for you. Do you want to start from that end this way?
Sure.
All right, you start us off with the few then.
All right, so we have the few cold cut bourbon whiskey with cold brew coffee. This one comes in at 46.5% alcohol by volume. So this one's got a nice little kick to it.
It's up there.
It's up there.
So now Matt and I are huge fans of few. We really love few. Matt's got multiple bottles. I've got a few myself.
You got a few?
I got a few. So they're right out of Evanston, Illinois. Their history is cool.
It is.
How they came into business is cool. The name, Frances Eleanor Willard Few. She was a suffragette and very much against the idea of alcohol of any kind. They named their product after her because of the history. I really dig it. We'll do another episode where we break that down further. But for now, just look that up yourself. It's really, really cool. The guy who owns it and makes all this stuff, he is a really cool dude. He's just a dude. He just chills like we do.
Just a dude.
Like, he would love to be on this show with us.
Someday.
Absolutely. Open invitation, my friend. Oh, wow.
Yeah. That one gets you a little bit.
Oh, wow. It's
cold day.
All through here.
Cold day, that's great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's strong.
It's not enough coffee for me. That's the biggest problem with it.
So that's what I'm going to say, too, because the
Because
bottle...
I love few bourbon and few whiskey, a few rye. I love all that. It tastes like that. Like if you told me if it wasn't called cold cut, I would have just been like, this is a really good whiskey they just put out.
It is. Yeah, but because it says cold cut on the bottle and it says bourbon whiskey with cold brew coffee, I would have expected a lot more coffee.
Yeah.
I did not get the
Especially,
coffee.
I would have loved the bitterness.
Still a great whiskey.
It is.
I'd still buy that just to have that in my collection.
They put out a good product.
That's
why we're such big fans.
How rare is it that happens, too? Where you're like, all right, it's not what it proclaimed, but I love the product anyway. We don't get a lot of that here on the show. You guys have seen. I mean, you guys know.
So
we do a lot of stuff where we're like, I would have liked it, but they claimed something else. Jameson.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
buddy. Go ahead.
I'm putting this one up against the few because this is the same thing. It's a cold brew whiskey. It's out of Jameson. Everybody loves Jameson. Let's see, what is the alcohol content on this?
Jameson has some weird history as well.
So this is only 60 proof.
Okay.
So this is a little baby compared to what we just drank. But you can also see the color is coffee colored.
Yeah. And so we mixed this with the beer from the last episode.
We did in between takes. We mixed that in with the cold brew.
Matt splashed a little of this bad boy in with. I still have got the coffee, pumpkin from a previous episode, and Matt splashed some in there. It was phenomenal mixed together. It really, really helped out. I've never had this on its own though.
No. Okay, so you're gonna dig this because this is very coffee forward.
Cheers,
very
buddy.
opposite of what we just had. See, like, if I would have gotten that coffee flavor in the few, it would have been like the best coffee cold brew whiskey I've ever had.
I'll tell you what. If the coffee flavor had been in the few, it would have been amazing.
That's what I mean. Now, if I infused this with coffee beans, I think this would be incredible. And this has crossed my mind to just find some really good coffee beans and put them in here and just let it go.
I'll tell you what, though. My take on the Jameson, and it's not to say that it's not a good product, but it hit me weird up front. And then the back end is all coffee.
Yep.
It's like I literally just drank a cup of cold coffee and I'm breathing it out. I can't give it enough credit for the coffee flavor.
Yeah, I really believe this is a cocktail.
Yeah.
Not so much a straight.
Oh my
where
God.
this, I believe, is a little more straight than a cocktail, or just complement your coffee.
Yep.
If you're adding it to it.
Espresso martini with this all day long.
Right.
I could do those.
Even on the rocks, maybe a little like half and half.
Irish coffees.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you could do with that.
A lot of things.
Because the coffee is so forward on it.
It is.
And the alcohol's nothing, 60%.
You know, the coffee forward is again. I mean, they claim to be coffee forward. I mean, it says what it is, and they did a really good coffee flavor on that.
Definitely.
And I'm not the biggest Jameson fan in the world. Nothing against them, just not like I don't rave about them. I don't claim
What
it
are
as
you
mine.
doing to my bottle?
Oh, I was
tearing that off the cap.
Taking the top off.
Jesus. I've not had this yet. I'm a huge Journeyman fan. This
right,
is going
guys.
into my collection as Steve is over here molesting my bottle.
It's fine. The bottle is fine.
Good Lord.
So, Journeyman, I'm a big fan of Journeyman. Matt's a big fan of Journeyman. They make another product that is considered one of our absolute all-time favorites. And we love coffee liqueurs. We really do. When we find a good one, we tend to make cocktails out of it.
McGillicuddy, I'm a big fan of. That's one of my favorite.
I know you love your McGillicuddies.
McGillicuddy coffee is my favorite.
The Koval coffee.
That's outstanding. I wish that would come in a bigger bottle.
And I wish we could have gotten our hands on some.
When we go into the whiskey bar eventually, when it gets cold out, we will have a Koval episode. I still have some of that.
Do we really?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
This is why we have seasons of drinking. We come outside in the summer and then we go back downstairs in the winter is because this liquor would have all been drink.
Matt holds out on me too. He has something hidden away and he does not bring it out. And I'll ask and he'll be like, I don't know where that went to. But yes, a Koval night because they absolutely get an honorable mention for this episode as well.
They do. They do.
Their coffee flavored, what is it? Is it a whiskey liqueur? I think it's just a liqueur.
I think it's I can't remember. It could be a whiskey liqueur. But it comes
phenomenal.
in the littlest tiny bottle ever.
It comes in just
the problem is every time I get my hands on it, I fill a 16-ounce pint glass with ice, and I drink more than half the bottle the first time.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time, I'm just like, nobody can touch it.
Well, it's like having a pixie stick that's filled with Koval. I mean, you open it, you take your little sip, and you're done. There we go.
You can see that Koval, my little keychain flask.
Won that at Whiskey Trivia Night, didn't you?
I got pulled over with that full on my keychain and then never put it back on my keychain after that night.
Yeah, it seems foolish to do a flask on a keychain.
Yeah, no.
That just, it defies a little bit
I always
of
thought
logic
living in Illinois, if I get in like a snowbank,
yeah.
I'm freezing to death, have a little Koval whiskey.
All right. So, Koval aside, we're gonna, because we do want to circle back.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, in case you couldn't tell, we're kind of Koval fans. Cheers, buddy. Big Journeyman fan, though. Oh my God!
Wow,
it's so good.
That's amazing.
It's so good.
You guys nailed it, Journeyman. Good for you, man.
That's the best coffee liqueur I've ever had in my life. There's not a single coffee liqueur, and I've had quite a few. We've made cocktails with at least 100. I've never had a better coffee liqueur in my entire life, and you can quote me on that. Matt's disappearing to go find us another surprise. It's not going to stack up, I can already tell you. Or make us a drink. Now things are getting interesting. What do you got for us, bud?
I'm going to put a little bit of the Few cold cut whiskey, which is very whiskey forward. I'm going to put a very coffee forward whiskey in it and blend it. Just like that.
Christ, dude.
You'll be fine.
It's going to be, you know what? This is going to be a great drink.
Now, for the sweetness, we're going to take the liqueur from Journeyman with my broken cap.
This is the second time you've taken all 3 bottles from an episode and blended them together into a cocktail.
This is probably the 500th time I've done it with you privately.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even begin to try to count those.
It's got a great nose so far.
It smells like Jameson. It still smells like Jameson.
You know, for having such a big nose, you think you can get in there a little deeper. Say hello.
Oh, hello, whiskey.
How are you?
How are you, whiskey?
Good to see you.
How
about a swirl? Let's see.
How about a nice swirl for you, whiskey?
That actually produced some legs.
Which is crazy to me.
Right?
That's all the liqueur.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers to you guys as well.
All right, guys.
What'd you think of the 3 bean?
We're not naming this drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I didn't get anything separately. It tastes like.
That's actually the beauty of it.
You know what? It did toned down the
Think about
proof
what
of
you
the
just
few.
got. Think about what you got. You got the heat, the coffee, and then the sweet.
It toned down the heat of the few a little bit because that's an overproof few.
If this was shaken and poured cold,
with some creamer in there, you can make yourself a nice, enjoyable little cocktail. You know what? You know what this would be great with? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Jeff's hiding over there. But Jeff would love this if you did this in a White Russian.
Jeff scared the shit out of my dog earlier.
Can you
it was
imagine?
Hysterical.
Can you imagine this mixture in a White Russian instead of the Kahlua?
I'm in.
I would be in any day. That would be excellent. Oh my God! Wait, what happened with the dog and Jeff?
Oh my God! So earlier I'm in here, dog comes in, looks at me, looks over there, and sees Jeff, and totally loses her mind. Almost shit right on the concrete. I couldn't believe it.
That's amazing.
Ran out of here.
She's such a tweak.
Total tweak.
Did she figure out he's cardboard?
No.
No?
She went out in the yard and just barked forever. She would not even come back in. She's like, there's a stranger in the garage. I'm letting you know there's a stranger in the garage. You shouldn't go in the garage.
You know, the funny part is she gets that from you because you walked in the garage the other day. And
oh, yeah, Bible.
And
I
can't believe we're saying Bible now.
I walked in here and he scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I would believe it.
I mean, I didn't know
Jeff. I
didn't know Jeff was going to stay this long. I didn't know he was going to be living in the garage. I'm a little freaked out.
I'm not going to lie, though. I'm still a little starstruck, so it's fine for now.
I know, but it's kind of weird, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is. You'd think he could afford a place.
Well,
Lebowski money and all
that. All these people keep showing up looking for him. It's fucking weird. You know, there was this nihilist guy at my front door. I was like, dude, easy. I know you don't believe in anything, but calm down, you know?
Yes. Well, they're nihilists, so you have
right.
to understand certain
I had this weird foreign cable guy try to come in and fix my cable. I'm like, dude, I'm not letting you in the house.
Did he do anything to your rug? Or?
Not the Chinaman, dude.
First of all, wow. Asian American, please.
We're not building the railroad.
I love the references. I don't. What percentage of people do you think that watch our show are going to understand that reference?
Well, we have 3 viewers, so I would say probably 1 out of 3.
Okay, it's solid. And you know what the funny part is? Nobody watches this late in the video anyway, and if they are, sorry to you guys, but also you got to hear us talk about bullshit for the end of our show, and you've officially made it longer than 90% of our audience. So congratulations, kudos to you, and we appreciate you.
Are you talking to HP? What's up, brother?
What's up, buddy? I mean, he's the only one I know for sure, but we're gonna make some more episodes anyway.
Well, he doesn't put the volume on, so we're fine.
Hopefully, we can make the first 2.5 minutes more interesting, like the last end of the show, because that's the first 2.5 that people watch.
I don't want to put that effort in.
That's fine.
No, if you got to watch. You want something good? Watch.
I like it. All right. Well, you heard Matt. If you want good shit, you got to watch all the way through. Words to Live By from Matt. Either way, we'll see you next episode. We got a lot more coming at you, so stay tuned. Life's a Breeze.
Kombucha at you.
It's not kombucha.